The new Lord of the Rings series may not be everyone's cup of tea, but believe it or not, the attention to detail that was put in the show is, for a lack of a better term, mind-boggling. Hello there guys, how are y'all doing, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're gonna have a look at the Lord of the Rings Rings of Power Easter eggs. Number 5, the marks on Finrod's corpse. Die-hard fans of Tolkien's live-action universe were quick to spot Easter eggs as soon as they started popping up, and let us tell you, it doesn't take long for them to do so. The first Easter egg that was picked up by observant viewers was during the show's prologue when Galadriel talks about her deceased brother Finrod Felagund. Heck, even his covered dead body was shown on top of a table. Finrod's bruised arms are visible, but the thing that caught most people's attention was the mark that was put on him by Sauron. Even though Sauron's knack for branding his victims isn't something he does in the original books, he did in fact quite a number on Finrod in the Silmarillion after unleashing a werewolf on him who mauled him to death. So yeah, those wounds on Finrod's corpse are for sure a result of the mauling he took from Sauron's werewolf, and they're definitely not battle scars from swords and arrows as some people might have assumed. Number 4, the Swan Boats. In the extended cut of the Fellowship of the Rings, Galadriel goes to Lothlorien on a majestic swan boat. In Rings of Power, she can be seen heading to Valinor in a pretty similar looking boat. The iconic swan boat more or less makes a return in the opening scene of the show, in which a young Galadriel makes a paper boat with the same type of structure as the actual swan boat sails in when she grows up. But what's the deal with these swan boats? From what we've seen from the Tolkien universe, a bunch of Teleri elves from Valinor who hang around in a place called Alkalon, which literally translates to the Haven of the Swans, apparently visited Numenor in the same sort of swan-like boats that Galadriel has. So from this, we can conclude that Galadriel got her hands on these beautiful boats from those same elves. Number 3, the fireworks at Galadriel's welcome party. When Galadriel finally goes back to her home after her prolonged mission to take down Sauron, she's given a hero's welcome from the High King Gil-galad, even though Galadriel showed him disobedience. The kind of celebration Gil-galad throws is quite similar to Bilbo's 111th birthday party, like even the fireworks were identical. The same swirly fireworks that turned from one shape to the next can be seen at Galadriel's welcome party as well. The fireworks that we're talking about are the ones described by Gandalf as he saw them on Bilbo's birthday party. Apparently, they also resembled singing birds, eagles, sailing ships just like the one at Galadriel's welcome. In Gandalf's own words, they were fountains of butterflies that flew glittering into the trees. So if you thought the fireworks looked similar, then well, that's what the show intended to make you think. Before we continue on, do be sure to like the video and hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying this video. Also, don't forget to press that bell icon so you don't miss out on any more of our upcoming content. Now let's get back to our video. Number 2, Sauron's feline gaze. In the season 1 finale, Sauron finally gets rid of his Halbrand disguise. This version of Sauron seems more articulate and full of himself. Although he looked kind of the same, his eyes were different from what fans remembered. As Sauron steps into Mordor, we can see his eyes looking feline for a lack of a better term. You see, his eyes are crucial when it comes to the Lord of the Rings lore. Even in the source material, his eyes are defined as being rimmed with fire, yellow, and as alert as a cat, having a black slit on the pupil. Also, one thing that fans should remember is that the original character of the Dark Lord in Tolkien's previous works of his Legendarium was literally a giant cat named Teebeldu. Sauron eventually replaced Teebeldu, but from the looks of it, one thing common between him and the previous character are the cat-like eyes, which we also got to see in the Rings of Power. Number 1, the stranger's interesting choice of words. The stranger who hangs out with Nori in the show was noted by fans to be rather mysterious and, well, he just got more mysterious by the end of the season. When Nori and him head off on their journey together, Nori tells him that she doesn't know which way she's supposed to go. What the stranger replied was without a shadow of a doubt an Easter egg pointing towards Frodo's words in the first Lord of the Rings movie. When in doubt, Eleanor Brandyfoot, always follow your nose. This was almost immediately picked up by fans of the Tolkien universe, as it was the same as Gandalf's line in the Fellowship of the Rings. What does this mean though? Is the stranger Gandalf himself? Perhaps he's a wizard, and the words that Gandalf used are common among wizards. Well, this is something that only time will tell. And with this, we've officially come to the end of our video. These were some of the few Lord of the Rings: The Rings of Power Easter eggs that you might have missed out on.